Good morning, students. Good morning. This is a class of rural water supply and on-site sanitation. So we are discussing about water quality in previous classes, different water sources, especially concentrating in rural areas. So till now, we have an idea that when it comes to rural area, the maximum chances there of main water source is your surface water source, like river, lake. Okay, and in addition, you also know that the surface water is comparatively little impure. It is little impure compared to the groundwater source. Okay, groundwater source like uh, spring water or the water from boring or well, deep well or aquifer. Okay, so they are groundwater source and they are um, comparatively pure. Okay, and surface water, since surface water sources are exposed to the atmosphere, there is a possibility of contamination with um, unwanted impurities. Correct. So for that, since majority of the population in rural areas are using the surface water source, for that we have to provide the particular the source surface water that must be treated before using in different purposes. Okay, so purposes for that water is used, the purposes like in agriculture. Okay, uh, drinking purpose for animals, for even for humans, and for other purposes of domestic work. Okay, so anyway, so before going for the use, we have to go for the treatment. In the very last class we have already discussed about what are the problem, um, or that you can say the challenges behind uh, proposing any water supply scheme or sanitation scheme, especially in case of rural areas. Like there is a very lack of awareness about the importance of water quality or hygiene condition or sanitation. Okay, so even in the last class we have derived some point that what are the tasks a particular a responsible person, a responsible group must be go through. Okay, like you have to go for the awareness program so that they can have that idea about the issue, which is very serious issue. Okay, as you all know that there are various waterborne diseases may cause a harmful effect on human life, like diarrhea, typhoid, cholera, and many more. Okay, they are, you can say, the waterborne diseases. Okay, so especially in case of rural areas, there is a more chance of um, spreading of diseases. Okay, and this is because of the untreated water consumed and unhygienic condition. That means a lack of sanitation. Fine. So in this class, we are going to discuss about a overall view of a treatment. Okay. So when a particular water scheme supply water to a particular community, okay, through a main pipe, fine. So that particular water, or whether you are using a river source of water, suppose the water is coming from the um, transported from the river source, okay, which is a surface source of water. Now from the surface source, that is suppose considered a river. From river, the water is first um, pumped up to a particular station or water station, you can say, where a treatment is conducted on a particular sample or particular water, okay, before distributing to the household. Fine. And after the treatment plant, okay, after that treated water in a particular that water station, it goes to the domestic point. That means in your individual household. Even in the point, even in the household, individual household can also go for treatment treating the water. Okay. So basically, I want to say that the overall, and I'm talking about the rural part only, basically. So I'm not talking about the municipal supply water. Okay, because the municipal supply water is already going through the whole treatment plant. Okay, although we can also go for even if you go for consuming the treated water from that municipality. Okay, so basically most of the household also have a individual treatment plant, which is called a filter, installed in a individual household, right? Even in your home also individual filter is installed, right? Although the water is already treated, but we also go for that treatment again in individual household. Fine. So why I'm giving this point, why I have raised this point, because overall the treatment process of water is mainly divided under two head. Okay, fine. One is your POE. Okay, that is your point of entry. Okay, that means your point of entry treatment of water. Okay, and another one is your POU. That means your point of use. Point of entry means suppose before entering the community as a whole. Suppose in a community, uh, 10 households are living in the particular community. Fine. So before coming in the community, there will be a water treatment process which is called a point of entry. Okay, you can also consider a apartment. You can also consider a apartment in an urban area. The water coming, suppose a water supply coming to an urban area, that a particular apartment. Okay, so before going to the individual household, there will be a common water filter. Okay, or you can say water treatment plant. Whatever it is, it may be small, but there is a common water treatment plant. Okay, and that particular water treatment plant is actually known as your point of entry. The point of entry water treatment plant. Okay, that means before entering, before going to the household, or at the time of entry to the community, or at the time of the entry in the apartment, the whatever the treatment of water is going on, that is called your point of entry water treatment. Okay, and after that point, after crossing or after passes to that, when water passes through this point of entry treatment plant, okay, the water again go through this treatment process in individual household, where individual household have a treatment plant attached to a different position, like even in your kitchen or any veranda like that. This is your point of use um, water treatment. That means just before consuming the water, whatever the treatment process is done to the water, it is called your point of use treatment. Okay, and you usually use a point of use treatment plan, a treatment process in every household. Whatever the water purifier is fitted in your household, this is your point of use water treatment. Okay, that means after treated water, you can directly consume. It is the last stage of water treatment. Got it? Fine. But there is a question why we need this long process. Okay, so I think these things you have already got in your fifth semester, previous semester in water treatment plan. Okay, in a particular water in nature, it contains a different impurities based on chemical characteristics, based on physical characteristics also, even biological. Fine. Even some impurities have different sizes. If I tell you the first stage of water treatment is what? First stage is your screening. Okay, suppose a water is coming, if you're taking water from a river. Okay, in river there are different impurities may be present. The first thing that you have to remove from the water, that is your heavy floating matters. It may be it may be anything, since it is exposed to the atmosphere. Nearby there may be a tree plant. Okay, the leaves will also fall on the water surface. Okay, and other heavy debris. Okay, any floating bodies. So first of all, we have to separate that thing. So by screening, by providing a grid kind of a net, okay, by screening, you can eliminate the floating matters. Okay, so after that you have to go to that aeration part, then sedimentation part, then coagulation and flocculation part. Then after that you go for filtration. Okay, then you can go for softening. Then you can go for disinfection, and then you can go for your different adding different minerals like that. Okay, so there are different stages of water treatment. Okay, one by one in an individual treatment process, an individual impurities can only be removed. Okay, fine. So let me share my screen again. Okay, my screen is visible, right? My screen is visible or not? Okay, okay. Wait. Okay. So here you can see point of use. Basically, we are going to discuss about water filter only. Okay. So here you can see. It's briefly. I'm going to say that. That just I have given the example of apartment, right? This thing is given here. So picture a water supply where your local municipality or other supplier delivers water to your house or office building, okay, or factory or plant or any other facility. At the point where the supply enters the building, it's connected to a water meter where your side of the meter is your responsibility and expenses. You might be stuck with the way or with the water as delivered, but you don't have to like it or settle for its quality. That means it's up to you whether you want to go for point of entry filter or not. Since I have already mentioned now that it is suppose it is coming from a municipality, then it is already treated to somehow. But if you want, you can go for adding uh, point of entry water treatment plant even in your community or in your apartment. Okay, as a whole. There is a lot of point of entry and point of use system that can help to improve the water quality before you drink or cook or what or any other work. Okay. So there are essentially only two principal locations for installing water treatment system. Which of the two systems we need depends upon what you have to accomplish. That means it's, I already told you now that different treatment process have different objective. Okay, that means what treatment process you are going to use, it's depend on what impurity you want to remove from water. Clear? So point of entry water treatment, and other one is your point of use water treatment. Okay, point of entry and your point of use water treatment. A point of entry water treatment system is installed on individual site of the meter with the express purpose of treating all the incoming water before it goes into individual supply line that feed your laundry, bathroom, or any other uh, point. Okay, even it consider kitchen or even for drinking purpose. That means before using for any purposes, you can go for point of entry water treatment as a whole for a community or as a whole for a apartment. Okay, so point of entry system may basically include softener, that means a softener filter you can use, or bed large bed carbon filter you can use. Okay, someone is waiting. Wait. Okay, and which can remove the odor or foul taste of the water. Okay, that means by using this, what you can do by using the point of entry filter or point of entry water treatment plant, by using this, what we can do, that means the water coming to the particular community, it may be contain hardness. Okay, because when a water going through a lot of treatment plant, that means from starting from aeration, okay, starting from screen, then aeration, then sedimentation, then coagulation and flocculation. Okay, and then your other treatment plant, a water sample, a treated water sample may got hard. That means it all may contain hardness. That means the water become hard water. Okay, and you know the hard water is not suitable for drinking. Okay, hard water means what? It contains a calcium and magnesium minerals, and it was basically the hard water. That permanent hard water is mainly due to what? Calcium and magnesium. Okay, and it is not easy to remove this particular permanent hard water, sorry, permanent hardness of water. And by using softening, softener means what? You can, by using softener, um, that removes hardness causing calcium and magnesium minerals from water. Okay, by going through the ion exchange process or different chemical process may be gone through in softener filter. Okay, you can also find out the basic in detail of softener filter. Okay, but basic idea about the softener filter or softening of water is what? Removing hardness causing calcium and magnesium minerals. Okay, after that you can also use your large bed carbon filter. Carbon filter also used to remove some sediment. Okay, suspended matters can also be removed from your carbon filters. Even in your uh, point use, that means point of use treatment plan also we use carbon filter. Okay, yeah, so basically it is done to remove hardness, and also it can be used for removing taste and odor. Okay, how to remove taste and odor? You can also go for aeration. Okay, we're going to discuss about point of entry treatment plan again. Okay, anyway, so let's come to point of use treatment water treatment system, and it basically installed in an individual source line. Okay, of any household, you can say. It may be attached to a building tap. Okay, or individual tap. Okay, this means faucet means tap only. Okay, and other dedicated outlet where it come and where it's at the entry point in an individual household, you can say, actually. Fine. So basically, if I want to go for the overview of a water filter overall, so basically, if I go for the basic objective of water filter is to remove impurities. Fine. Okay. It removes impurities by lowering contamination of water, causing a fine physical barrier. Okay, physical barrier, then chemical process and biological process. Okay, so how a water filter works as a physical barrier, how it works as a chemical, you can how the chemical process works, and how a biological process works. We're going to discuss in next class. For now, you just go through this basic summary of the water filter. Okay, so water filter can remove impurities by providing a physical barrier, by using a chemical process, or by using a biological process. Okay, in detail we're going to discuss about in coming classes. Okay, so don't worry about that. A filter cleans water to different extent for purposes such as providing in agricultural irrigation. Okay, even for accessible drinking water, then public and private aquarium, even for swimming pool. Okay, that means before using for different purposes, that means for agriculture or for drinking purposes, or even for swimming pool or any pond, you have to use a water filter. Okay, so basically the basic method of filter is what? The filter use sieving, adsorption, ion exchange, biofilm, and other process to remove unwanted substance from water. Okay, sieving means, so this physical barrier is related to your sieving. Okay, chemical process related to your absorption and ion exchange. Okay, and the biological process related to your biofilm. Got it? So we are going to discuss in coming classes about that. Okay, unlike a sieve or screen, a filter can potentially remove particles much smaller than the hole through which its water passes. Okay, anyway we're going to discuss in coming classes for about this in detail. So anyway, different types of water filter include this your water screen, then Dix filter, slow send filter, rapid send filter, okay, cloth filter, okay, and biological filter like algae scrubber. Okay, all these things we're going to discuss in next class about filter basically. Okay, so what about a point of use filter you usually use in your in individual household? It mainly included or mainly contain what? It contain a part which actually a granular activated carbon filter, which actually fitted in your water purifier, which is installed in your home. Okay, granular activated carbon filter is used here. Okay, next depth filter. Depth filter is also kind of a filter which is also used in a individual filter. Okay, depth filter means it has a thickness. Okay, it's a large thickness membranes. Okay, metallic alloy filter is fitted with a alloy. That's why it's called metallic alloy filter. Okay, then carbon block resin filter also will be there. Then microfilter or ultraviolet filter. All these things you can be seen in your individual household. I will show you some images for your reference. Okay, so you can say granular activated carbon filter. Basically, you can see it mainly used a granular activated carbon. Okay, and you know carbon is a thicker uh, a component who also have some small voids. You can say the porosity is very small, and it can capture impurities to its your surface. Okay, so this kind of granular activated filter you can see. That filter is also you can see. I will show you. Let me check. It is a depth filter basically. So if I say depth filter is actually what they use porous filter medium to retain particles. Okay, throughout the medium. Okay, that means throughout the whole medium as a solid, they can retain the impurities. Okay, in their surface. Metallic alloys. This one you can say metallic alloy filter. I think you have seen this thing in your day-to-day life. Okay. Anyway, so these things already discussed here. Water filter option means what filter you are going to use for your purpose is depend on what impurity we need to remove. Okay, so there are a number of filter. there are a number of factors to be considered when deciding on water filter system. Fine. It's not like anything you can use, but it's up to your water quality. What is the water quality? What is the impurity percentage in your water sample? So the deciding the water filter is depend on the water quality basically, or the impurity present in water. Look for a water purification or water system that has been certified to meet standard of water quality, as well as one that meets your specific need. Not every system can remove every contaminant. Okay, that is thing already I have mentioned. If you are concerned about a particular contaminant, that means you want to remove only that input like heavy metal, then you can also use the screening part only, like that. Impurities, or you can also use aeration also for removing heavy metals, okay, like iron, manganese. So if you're concerned about a particular contaminant like bacteria, okay, so find a water filter system that works best to removing that particular contaminant from your water supply. Okay, if you want to remove bacteria, that means you have to go for finding a specific water filter that's remove bacteria, like that. Finally, I'm giving you a conclusion about different option or different process under point of entry and point of use water treatment, like water softener that we have already discussed about water softener. Like a water softener use a exchange system of to correct water hardness. I already told you, right? The softener is used to what? A softener is a house filtration system, a whole house filtration system that removes hardness causing calcium and magnesium minerals from your water. Okay, and by using an exchange system or ion exchange process. Okay, basically this water filter, that is the water softener, use sodium or potassium ion to replace the calcium and magnesium ion, which makes the water soft. That means they replaced the calcium and magnesium ions are replaced by this sodium and potassium ion. That's why it's called a ion exchange system in water softener filters. Okay, you also know about aeration. It is also done before going for any other treatment plan. Even in your, if you visit any treatment plan, you also see like a water fountain. Okay, so it's actually termed as aeration. Okay, so I'll show you a diagram of aeration. If you forgot, you will be remember aeration of water. Let me show you an image. You see water. Yeah, here you can see on what this is a kind of aeration. Is it visible, right? So buying this step process, what is doing actually? They are allowing air to enter into the water. Air, basically, we are entering the oxygen. Okay, that means uh, allowing oxygen to contact with the water. It's called aeration. By doing aeration, we can remove lots of things. We can oxidize. We can go for oxidizing different component. Okay, I'll give you just a second. I'll show you. Okay. Okay, so basically aeration is what? Aeration is passes of air into water. Okay, that means doing aeration, we uh, make or we allow oxygen to come in contact with water, and it provides what? Because of that aeration, the organic matter, if organic matter present in water, the organic matter get oxidized. Okay, like some other dissolved gases like carbon dioxide or hydrogen sulfate. Okay, hydrogen, these are also get oxidized. Carbon dioxide also get removed. Then H2S, that is hydrogen sulfate, which actually provides bad smell to the water. H2S, hydrogen sulfate. Okay, these things also can removed by oxidation by this aeration process. Heavy metals like iron, manganese all get oxidized. Okay, even some of the microbes also get removed by aeration. Okay, so there are lots of advantages of aeration. Okay, and adsorptive media or water filter. That means we're going to discuss about water filtration about this. Okay, adsorptive media means there is a process called the physical process, you can say, or chemical process in the water filter where the impurities get absorbed to that component like sand. In usually, in a particular traditional way of creating a filter is what, using a gravel, sand, coal. These things, right? So why you put this thing? Because they attract the impurity to each other. They absorb the impurity. This is called your adsorptive media. Okay. These are often carbon-based filtering system. Okay. Carbon-based filtering means what? A carbon base also attract impurities to their surface. They um, absorb the impurity basically, and they are not allowing impurities to flow with the water. Clear? So this is allowed your, you can see the point of entry filter, basically the mechanism of that. And in the point of use filter, you can consider the distiller or distillation process, reverse osmosis process, or filtered water pitcher. Okay, so you know about distiller. Distiller means what? If you boil water, the basic idea about distillation of water means what? If you boil water, that it dealing with evaporation of water and condensation. Okay, that means whatever the vapor present in the water, it can retain in the top lid of the container, and it is a more pure sample of water. Okay, so this device basically boil water and remove contaminant containing water vapor from drinking water. Okay, this water filtration process removes many of the minerals naturally found in water, and that maybe change the taste. Okay, then after distillation or distillation process, you can also go for reverse osmosis RO. I think you also heard this term RO, na? RO filter. Even today also different filter company also promote their filter unit by saying that they had the filter is also attached with the RO facility. That means a reverse osmosis unit. Okay. In this particular process, reverse osmosis unit, a high pressure, additional high pressure is applied to the water uh, in the water sample, and there is a membranes, a thick layer of membranes um, which is fixed across the flow of water in a pipe in the water system, which prevent the entry of the microbes or even the minerals from entering in the water. Okay, they stop. They in the reverse osmosis system, there is a there is a membranes. Okay, they resist the entry of the impurities, even the um, minerals. Okay, that means the RO system, it can remove all the impurities from your water. But what is the disadvantage of this reverse osmosis process? It also remove the minerals. Okay, that means the whatever the water coming out of the RO system, it is free from impurities, even from the minerals. Okay, that means just we cannot use directly the water coming from the RO. Okay, because it doesn't contain any minerals. Then after that we can also go for adding minerals, even it is already fitted in your water system. Okay, so the RO, that is a reverse osmosis unit, this filter, it filter water through a membranes using pressure that pulls out the chemicals and microbes. This system use a lot of water, but they do remove all microbes that cause diseases and a lot of chemicals. This is an extremely effective system for purifying water. Okay, this is extremely effective for purifying water, although we cannot consume the water directly come out of the reverse osmosis. Okay, because it doesn't contain any minerals, because even minerals also uh, you know pull out by the reverse osmosis. Fine. Then there are another one is your filtered water pitcher. That means there is a portable water filter. You can also carry with your hand. Okay, if you go in trekking or something like that, you can also use this water filter pitcher. So this pitcher come with a equipped with a repressible filter that traps chemicals and other contaminant. Okay, you simply fill the pitcher from your tap water and wait while the water flows through the filter. These are affordable and easy to use and will also improve the taste of water. Okay, I think you have also seen this kind of a portable water filter, which is a directly point of use water filter. I will show you one image. I think I have one image. Let me check. Wait, I think, yeah, it's not going. I'll show you. Okay, wait. Here you can see this kind of these are the portable water pitcher. Here the filter is attached here. With the additional filter, it can also replaced. Okay, so using this also you can somehow you can also treat water, and it is can be movable. It's a portable. Okay, so these are all you can consider. These are all a point of use water filter. Fine. So this is all about today class. In this class, we have discussed a basic idea about water filter and basically a point of use, point of entry, and point of use water treatment system. In next class, we are going to discuss about water filter. Basically, we are going to discuss about slow send filter and rapid send filter. Okay, and we are going to discuss about that one, physical, how water filter works, like physical barrier, chemical process, and biological process. You can see filtering process use sieving, adsorption, ion exchange, and biofluid. Okay, so in coming next classes, we're going to discuss about how water filter work. Okay, so this is all about today class. I'm closing this. So is there any doubt till now? You have any doubt? Anyone? Let me drink some water till then. Are you listening or not? Any doubt? Yes or no? Clear. Well, that's good then if you don't have any doubt. But it should have some doubt. It's better that you must have some doubt. Anyway, if you got any stuck in revision time, then you can also come back to me. It's not a big deal. Anyway, I'm going to stop my recording here, and after that, I'm going to take your attendance. Till then, you just switch on your video. Okay, I'm going to stop my recording now.